Hey everyone, Kai Dan here. We're back with some more Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. We are finally on the 4-star urgent quest, which is Absolute Power, and in this mission we have to take down our first Tigrex. This will be a little bit challenging if you've never faced a Tigrex before. He's, well, besides the one mission, you know, in the 1-star rank where he chases you down a bit, but this time we actually got to kill him, so it'll be a little bit of a pain. Back to the Snowy Mountains. We haven't actually been here in a while, which is good because I hate the Snowy Mountains anyways. Too cold. Although I do prefer it to the desert at least. Okay. So make sure you bring at least 3 hot drinks. They should provide you with 2 in the beginning. They also give you a portable shock trap. And if you brought your own, you can maximize out at pretty much 4 shock traps. We're going to be using all of them because I don't, you know, I want to make this as quick as possible. So let's use our hot drink now that we're in the cold area and eat up to maximize our health bar. I brought only 8 mega potions just because I forgot to get enough honey to make 10, but I have 10 regular potions, so hopefully this won't backfire. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, the Tigrex is mostly weak against lightning. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel for some reason not entirely right, but that's what I'm remembering. He's very fast, so if it's your first time fighting him, I would recommend, if you're good, you know, use what you're good with, you know, obviously to test out how he works. Definitely a shielding weapon if you want to be cautious. Great sword might work, but you still take damage through that. Lance, I feel they're a little bit slow, but if you're good with them, go for it. And sword and shield might work here, but it'll take you forever to kill him since you your windows to attack aren't, you know, infinite. So you really want to try and use a bigger, heavier weapon on him, or, you know, just shock trap the crap out of him and then spam him. Okay, so this is the little puppy we got to kill. Yeah, he looks starving, man. His rib cage is showing and everything. Oh, so many bad experiences with him in the past. Now, the problem with this guy is he loves, I cannot express that enough, that he loves to go into rage mode whenever. Once you get him down to a certain amount of health, he will just go in rage mode all the time. The good thing for us is that we, you know, I've got a high-grade earplug on, so that should defy his roars. He's got the whole, you know, oh, I like to turn and damage you like most monsters, so be ready to take damage from his claws when he turns. That spin attack there is kind of just like, hey, get away from me, so I want to avoid that at much cost. You can easily stun him if you can get open in the attacks. I said I was going to try and change my armor for this fight, and I decided to go against it just because I'd like to be immune to the roars. What I would recommend doing, though, since what I did is I upgraded this armor all the way to level 6, I didn't feel like using my armor sphere pluses. Okay, gotta watch out for that bite attack. Sometimes it lunges a little bit longer than it should, and that attack right there is probably his most deadly. I would consider it one of his most deadly. Be very careful when dodging that, especially if you're up close. It's gonna, if all 3 snowballs hit you, since you don't get hit by the paw, you'll pretty much die instantly. So, alright, you can cut his tail off, break both of his claws, and break his head. So you got a lot of chances to get him. If you cut the tail off, you get a card from that. So you can get a lot of items from him if you do it all right. Don't stand too close to him when he roars, because that'll actually send you flying backwards, which is not fun. And this is his little taunt. It will damage you when he snaps his jaws right there. So you got to be careful. When he does his charge attack, he has a possibility of turning around. Okay, he should be going into rage mode very soon now that I kind of stunned him a little bit. Oh, okay. Whew, oh crap, that scared me. Really glad I avoided that. Okay, he does this little prance attack. It's pretty slow and pretty easy to dodge until he gets into rage mode. That's when he, you know, goes faster like all the other monsters. Cutting his tail off will not really help you dodge his spin attack too well. See, there we go. He's doing the turnaround charge, which is quite annoying, especially when he decides to turn around right where you're standing. It can get quite awful quickly. Okay. All right, he's gonna turn red. If you notice his scales near his hands and his other parts are turning like a reddish glow. There we go, stunned him. This is really what we want to do. Get him stunned on the ground and just beat the crap out of his head, damage it even more. Especially if you're using a hammer. If not, go for other areas. Cut that tail off first, get that out of the way, just in case, because tail, while charging, if it touches you, you know, send you flying, do all the damage that the front would. Okay, now that he's raging, this is a good time to start whipping out some of the shock traps. Look for an opportunity. Hopefully he doesn't turn around. There you go. Set the shock trap down, run for your life. Oh, that was really lucky. Alright, Spike. I need you to lure him over here, buddy. Come on. Almost. Close enough. Okay, he's taunting. Careful, I believe the tail will also hurt you at that point. I don't believe he's like the Rathlos in that aspect, but it's possible. I'm not 100% on that. So get into the shock trap. Hammer user, smash away at the head. If you're quick enough, you might be able to get another one off if you've been doing enough damage to his face in the between. But as I have just show you, I did not. Okay. See, there's that massive damage that we all know and love you for, Tigrex. Okay, get as far away from it as possible. When you're low on health, do not be afraid to dive, especially if you're using a heavier weapon. Okay, whew. I have a bad feeling about this battle. I'm just trying to, survive it as long as possible. That was the portable shock trap I used, and he just went out of rage mode, which is good, but unfortunately, I think he's starting to get to that point where any little attack will actually set him off, and I literally mean any attack will set him off. Except Spike, apparently. Alright, he's gonna bite right there. So we're gonna set our shock trap down. He's probably gonna hit us. Oh, thank God he landed right there. Okay, now we're gonna try and stun him again. Let's see what we can do. There we go, right before he was about to get out of the shock trap too, so this is really gonna help in our way. You don't really need to paintball this guy because he will actually stay in areas 8 and 6, so he's pretty easy to keep track of. Just look for the giant shadow. Alright, back in rage mode. I'm going to take this chance to combine. I brought my books so that I have a better chance of combining. I wanted to really make full use of all the traps I have, so I'm going to place another one while he's after Spike. Okay, he's still going for Spike. Good. We would have definitely got hit if he went for us, so let's see him come this way. Come on, buddy. There you go, right into the shock trap. I don't think I'm going to really bother trying to catch him. His weakness sign is a limp, like most monsters, but unfortunately I rarely see him limp since he's always angry and charging at me. So I'm just going to try and kill him. Alright, that's 3 traps out of 4. Try and save the next one for his next rage mode if I can. But I will try and hurt him some more. Can't just let him, rampage the entire time. If it is your first time, though, feel free to take caution when he goes into rage mode. If he's killing you in one hit, you find you can't really get a chance to openly attack him. Feel free to, run away or go up into the... There's that little secret cave area in this map, or this part right there. You can easily do that. Okay, he's leaving, so he's going to go to area 6. But, yeah, if he goes in rage mode, go into that little secret cave, climb to the top, and watch him. Wait till he goes out of rage mode. Oh, I also forgot to mention, in area 8, you can actually get his teeth stuck in the wall when he charges at you. Really difficult to time, right? You got to be really careful. Definitely would not recommend doing it while he's in rage mode. But, if you really want to be that risky. Now would have been a good time to place the trap down. I wasn't thinking, so there we go. Now he transfers area. He's not going to be in rage mode. And look at that. He's limping. I guess we have to catch him this time. Let's see if he falls asleep, actually. No, he's leaving. Okay. Now, with him leaving again, he should technically go to area 5, I believe. But I'm still going to go back and check 8 just to be 100% sure. Because normally he doesn't really, leave those 2 areas. So here's what we're going to do. Got the next shock trap already made. Alright, I really should have painted him this time. Alright, let's see. Does not look like he's in this area. So we're going to cross the map, go to area 7, check there. Oh yay, I love when the warming effect expires. Okay. Oh, okay, they blocked it off with some rocks. Sweet, love it. Alright, let's go backwards then. Yes, so if you really, if you're having real trouble with this and you got a PlayStation 3, feel free to hop online and, see anybody who's willing to help you out. There's usually a lot of people playing on ad hoc, so you can usually find some players that are definitely willing to help you out. Most of them are just playing that are already Hunter Rank 9. They're probably just looking for carves and money, so, you never know who you can find. Alright, we're going to head into the normal den for the monsters on the mountain. I really don't remember him ever going here, but we'll check it out. He's a little big for the area anyways. This is a decent sized Tigrex, not overall too big. Alright, he's sleeping, so what we're gonna do is hopefully not let this Velociprey touch him. But of course they're gonna interrupt me. Alright, now I just need him. Okay, they did it for us. Now he's in the trap. 1 Trank Bomb, 2 Trank Bomb, and boom. Captured Tigrex. Whew. Well, that went a lot better than I was expecting. That is how you beat the 4-star Urgent Tigrex. Definitely make sure you have, major key points. Remember, you need to have good armor. If you're not using a heavy weapon, or even if you are, use like a shock weapon, such as the Ketsu Greatsword, I believe. I forget what it's called, or the Eager Cleaver. I don't even know if that's 100% possible to get yet. But if you got it, go for it. Bring all the traps you can. Pitfalls I don't use those. That's just how I work. They don't always work in certain areas and stuff like that, so I just don't really bother. Bring plenty of health and hide from rage mode if you really need to. Alright, now let's see what we get from this guy as a reward. Alright, let's see what the little kitty dropped us. We got Monster Bone Plus, very nice. Wyvern Fang, eh. Tiger Scale, Scale, Shell, Claw, Shell, and 2 more scales. So, not too bad. If you are looking to make the army, you definitely have to make a couple more trips. But there you go, guys. That's how you deal with the 4-star Urgent Tigrex. Thank you for watching. Next up's 5-star. See you guys.